It is a warm evening in Riverside, California, in the summer of 2003. Heat lingers on the sidewalks. Garage doors sit halfway open. Music drifts from passing cars along wide residential streets, lined with palm trees and stucco houses. A group of young people gathers in a driveway, talking about plans for the night. Across town, a car engine turns over. Riverside in the early 2000s is expanding. New housing developments stretch toward the foothills. Families move into neighborhoods built on former groves and open land. The streets are broad. Most movement happens behind windshields, windows up, air conditioning on. On July 24, 2003, 19-year-old Crystal Theobald is outside her family's home with friends and relatives. It is an informal gathering. People move between the house and the driveway. Someone leans against a car. Someone else heads inside for a drink. Earlier that day, a minor dispute has taken place elsewhere in the neighborhood. Words exchanged between two groups of young men. Nothing that appears to signal what will follow. But the dispute travels. Later that evening, a green Honda Civic drives slowly past the Theobald home. Several young men sit inside. The car continues down the street, then returns. Witnesses later say the passenger leans out of the window. A pew-pew is fired. Crystal is struck and falls in the driveway. The car accelerates away. Shouts break the quiet. Someone runs for a phone. Sirens approach from blocks away, growing louder as they turn onto the street. Paramedics arrive. Crystal is pronounced unalive at the scene. The driveway becomes a crime scene. Yellow tape replaces conversation. Riverside Police Department begins canvassing the area. Officers knock on doors. Shell casings are collected from the street. Witnesses describe a green Honda Civic and faces glimpsed for only seconds. The earlier confrontation surfaces during interviews. Detectives consider whether the drive-by was connected to that exchange. Names circulate. Nicknames are offered before legal identities. The suspected group is believed to have ties to a local gang. One name begins to stand out: Mikey Arriaga. But identifying the occupants of the car proves difficult. The vehicle model is common. Witnesses saw the shooter briefly. The neighborhood resembles many others in the city. Time moves forward. Crystal's family does not let the case drift. Her mother, Belinda Lane, begins conducting her own outreach. She distributes flyers. She speaks with people in neighborhoods officers have already visited. She listens for fragments of information. In 2003, a social networking website is gaining popularity: MySpace. Users create profiles. They post photos. They list friends and affiliations. It is not yet a standard investigative tool. Belinda creates an account. She searches for names she has heard. She studies profile pictures, comments, and friend lists. She looks for faces that match witness descriptions. One profile draws her attention. Photographs show young men posing with cars and making hand gestures. Among them is a face she believes resembles someone described by witnesses. She prints the images and brings them to police. Detectives use the information to identify individuals connected to the account. Usernames are matched to legal names. Addresses are located. Additional interviews are conducted. The digital trail becomes part of the investigative record. In 2004, arrests are made. Michael Arriaga and two others are charged in connection with Crystal Theobald's unaliving. The case moves into court. Prosecutors present evidence regarding the drive-by shooting. They describe the earlier confrontation and the sequence of events on the street. Witnesses testify about the car slowing and the passenger leaning out of the window. Forensic experts discuss shell casings and trajectories. Printed screenshots from MySpace profiles are introduced as exhibits. Jurors see images that were once posted casually online, now displayed in a courtroom as part of a homicide trial. In 2006, Michael Arriaga is convicted of first-degree unaliving and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The other defendants receive lesser sentences related to their roles. The criminal proceedings conclude. The driveway returns to routine use. Cars park there again. Neighbors pass without pausing. The tape comes down. The house remains. Riverside continues expanding. New developments rise. Students fill classrooms. Social media evolves. MySpace fades from prominence, replaced by other platforms. The official file contains police reports, court transcripts, forensic analyses, and printed screenshots of profiles that no longer exist in their original form. It does not show a mother scrolling through pages late at night, comparing faces to memory. It does not record the moment when a social media profile shifts from casual self-expression to evidentiary material. The case becomes a reference point in discussions about digital evidence and the role of online platforms in investigations. Technology continues changing. Law enforcement agencies adapt. Neighborhoods continue their daily routines. What remains is a sequence of minutes on a summer evening that moved from a driveway into court records and into conversations about how information travels. A reminder that in the early days of social networking, a public profile could become a bridge between rumor and identification, and that a street, once marked by flashing lights and sirens, can return to quiet while the record of what happened there continues to circulate in legal archives and community memory.